And following Afra's story, Andrea here, welcome to my YouTube channel. Following Afra's story, that fact that she's a werewolf, I figured it would be time, or a perfect time, to explain how relationship between vampires and werewolves work. In most movies, we see them as hardcore enemies who are dead set on killing each other, as in movies like Underworld or games like Vampire the Masquerade and that kind of lore. I played Vampire the Masquerade for a few years. The pen and paper version, a lot more fun than, I don't know, I just find the version more fun. It's it just draws you in more without anyone telling you the story in advance. Vampires and werewolves in my world are to some extent enemies. Yes, to some extent they do want to kill each other because it's only natural. However, they find a common language, namely Nemesis and Afra do, and they make it work. They, regardless of the differences between the two beasts, because in my theory vampires are nothing more than beasts in their own certain way, only more humanoid, who they find a common language. Afra and Nemesis see eye to eye because they are forced in a situation where life or circumstances that came to be forced them to do so. They're going to work together, they're going to do things together, and regardless of the differences, they're going to find a way to make it work. Do they clash? Absolutely. Do they fight? Hell yeah. There's a whole bunch of fights between, namely Afra, Nemesis, and Damien. They're the three strongest characters in the book and are mostly, when put in the same room, it doesn't end well too well. Hence the reason why I kept Afra, let's just say, silent through the first book. In the second book, things do get a little bit more heated up and more aggressive towards each other. So don't expect a general vampire versus werewolf story. It has some elements of it, but it's not a common underworld type story where two races hate each other profoundly. It has elements, not all the way. So what else can I tell you about that? Nothing. Because if I tell you too much, I'm gonna reveal everything. So seriously, people, looking into it, give it a chance. Don't let it end simply on me raveling and yapping my mouth all over YouTube about it. I'm doing this for you too. I want the world to get to know my characters, to get to know my story. And by supporting this, you can truly make a difference in the world, because this is going to be huge. I'm working on it 200% of the time, and will do everything I can to bring that book into your hands in whatever version you prefer it to be. As always, subscribe, comment, let me know, support the project, and I'll see you here soon, guys.